There we go. There we go, man. We struggle streaming for a minute.
Okay.
I mean, this JAWN podcast.
Yo, what's up,
man? Episode 51, season 2. God damn. Oh, man, next to me in the building is a good friend of mine, Mr. Maurice Whitaker.
Yes. I'm here.
He's a public adjuster.
Yeah. What's up, man? What's up, y'all?
What's up, broski?
Yo, hey, Carlo, man. I want to say thank you, man, for having me on the show, man. I'm grateful to be in your presence, man, and experience your energy, man. Like,
man, you the man.
Look,
I gotta pay homage to you.
Nah, man, listen, I'm just a guy, man. I'm just a guy. That's it. I'm just a guy.
Oh man, listen, we got a good one for y'all tonight, man. I'm gonna trip my man up with some questions that you may ask. So I'm gonna ask for you. Any insurance questions that you may have. How to protect yourself.
Yeah, listen.
We got to protect your neck. Dealing with some of these insurance companies.
Yeah, listen.
Yo, before we get started, bro, tell everybody who you are, man.
Yo, listen, my name is Maurice Whitaker, man. I'm a licensed public adjuster. Licensed to do business in Pennsylvania, Delaware, and Jersey. I help homeowners, business owners, what is that? Renters, whenever they sustain damage to their property, wind, fire, rain, car versus building, tree versus building, vandalism, theft, malicious mischief, all that underneath that umbrella.
Hey man, what about insurance fraud, man? You think I can get a little extra money?
Yeah, I mean, everybody, yo, man, stay away from the F-bomb, man. Listen, yo, it's people don't understand. It's real people out here that's doing some real fraudulent stuff, man, and then they get caught up in the ringer, man. They end up in the feds. Yo, insurance fraud is a big thing, man. Some people be doing it, man. Listen, listen, I stay away from it. Reese, can you now?
They were trying to come at you like that? Like, listen, hey, man, I need a hookup here,
listen,
hook up there.
Some people be saying some more other stuff. I'd be like, listen, I don't know nothing about none of that, dog. Look, if people understood what you had to go through to get this license, man, it's not just no fly-by-night operation. Like, yo, man, they do your FBI. I'm like, damn, you think I'm America's most wanted up in this joint? Y'all want my fingerprints? They want all that.
Seriously? So
they do all that, man. It's a real thing, man. Look, I ain't had to go through that when I got my real estate license. I'm like, y'all want my fingerprints? Like, damn,
they really be searching like that, man. Listen, so they do a background check
they do it. It took 30 days for them to do my joint, dog. Yeah, 30 days.
Now, what about schooling? Anything, certain classes, certifications?
Schooling is online, the virtual platform. Most states probably have it. I went through this one called PA Insurance Schools or Insurance Schools of PA. I might be messing it up a little bit, but I had to commit like 40 hours to studying the material, and man, it was grueling, man, because it was like watching paint dry. You know what I mean? It's like watching paint dry, man. Half the stuff you learn in school, you don't even use it in the business, man. You like. They got stuff on like commercial marine insurance and all that. Like, yo, man, I ain't on the boat. I ain't transporting nothing, dog. I don't know Pedro and them that's bringing this stuff in. I ain't trying to insure nothing like that. No commodities.
Hey, listen, I don't want to put my man business out there, but he did a drive-by on Flo from Progressive. I mean, he get down. This is my neighborhood.
Nah, I don't know her, man. I don't know her.
Look, prior to that, man, before you got started off being, now that you're insurance adjuster, you were a DHS social worker. Yeah.
Did it for 12 years.
Oh, man. So
12 years.
Tell us about your experience with that, though.
Yo, man, listen. It was an experience like no other, man. I'm not going to badmouth the agency, man. I got a lot. I learned a lot. I grew a lot professionally. Man, my written skills got better. My communication skills got better. Me as a person, I got better. You know what I mean? Personally, so I grew, man. But I had to leave, man, because it was time to go, man. The pandemic then came through and just changed everything up, man. That time at home with my wife and with my kids, man, it was the most priceless thing that, money just couldn't buy. You know what I mean? So going back into that, I'm like, yo, man, y'all done showed me a different way of living. Like, I can't do this no more, man. Like, look. Being a social worker, man. Being a social worker, is a thankless job. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things, man. And if you there long enough, you'll begin to understand there's certain things in play that's out of your control, man. And it's just like, maximum burnout sometimes, man. And you just gotta make a decision for yourself and do what's best for you. So that's what I did. I'm like, yo, listen, all right, man, it's time for me to go. I think I'm big on energy, man, and I was just at that moment in time like, yo, man, God, man, why you doing this to me, bro? Like, you making me real uncomfortable, like, and I'm not.
Well,
that kind
you
of
shouldn't
boy.
be comfortable.
Listen, I'm the same boy you met at 1501 Arch.
Yeah,
Common
my man.
Cool. I'm the same way, but like my energy was just off. You know what I mean? It's just like, going home and talking to my wife, and she just like, yo, like, what's up? What you feeling? I'm like, yo, man, I think I'm done with this joint.
Yeah.
And she was like,
she was very supportive.
Please, man, look, let me give a shout out to my wife. My ride or die, right? She got my right, she got my left, she got my back, she got my front. She get mad over stuff that I don't get mad over. Like, she ready to go to throw hands over me. But like, yo, man, listen, without her, man, none of this entrepreneurship thing wouldn't even exist. And
okay.
Because she allowed me to get out here and do this thing. Is never no argument if I say, honey, listen, I gotta go out here, I gotta go help this family, I gotta go do this and all of that. She understands because it's a part of the bigger picture of what we got going on for ourselves. So she's, man, I thank God for her every day, man. I tell her, man, she's the best part of our marriage all the time. She be like, man, bro, you doing too much. I'm like, listen, I'm just giving you. She's like, I feel the same way about you. I'm like, nah, like you.
It is what it is, yeah.
My wife's shorter than me, right? So I'm like, yo, man, I look up to you. And she just be like, yo, you crazy. I'm like, yo, listen, that's true.
So now let me ask you, do you apply the same skills that you learned as a social worker to being a public adjuster?
Oh, man, without a doubt. Yo, listen. I'm still doing social work, Carlo. In this business, man, you are an advocate, man. You advocating on behalf of homeowners and business owners whenever they sustain this damage to their property. They don't know how to read that policy. Like, it's just like anything else. So if you go on you go purchase a new vehicle, right? They tell you, oh man, you gotta get some insurance, right? You be like, yo, listen, I don't care. I'm just excited about getting in this car and peeling off,
and
right?
Driving off,
right? You don't know what kind of insurance you got on your joint, right? So it's one of those things where you buy your house, right? I'm going to the house scenario now. You buy your house, you get your property insurance, right? And you be like, yo, all right, cool. Anything happen to this joint, I know I'm covered. Wrong.
That's how you, because you don't care. That's your brand new house.
You don't care because you think you're never going to use it, right? But that's not the case. Like, you going to use it for a multitude of different things. So it's one of those things where people don't know. But what I do is I help people understand what's covered and what's not covered. Like, yo, man, send me your declarations page so I can see if you got some trash. They be like, what you mean? Just to give you an example, I spoke to some young lady the other day. She called me like, yo, man, I got this company, this, that, and the third. I'm like, yo, you ain't got no water coverage on your joint. She's like, what you mean? I said, listen, one of the primary calls that we get is for something water related in the house. Plumbing. Anybody can relate to this. Anybody that's watching this podcast, y'all know. Yeah, your toilet either backed up.
Yeah,
your washing machine backed up in your basement or in your kitchen or your laundry room. You know what I mean? And then guess what? It came and messed up your hardwood floors. You know, it messed up your walls, your baseboards, and all that stuff.
Got to get your basement dug up.
Right. Yeah, all that stuff. So some people don't think that this stuff is, is covered. So what my job is to come in, interpret this policy and tell you exactly, what's covered, what's not covered. Right. But I tell people I like to get to you before you have an incident. Don't just call me when you got the incident. Right. I want to get to you before. So, I made my crusade for 2023, man, to get in front of as many people as I possibly can, yo, man, just to get this information out. Like, Like, yo, listen, if I get a phone call for some business, yo, listen, I'm grateful, right? To have the opportunity to be able to help somebody and make some money in the process. Okay. But at the same time, yo, man, I want people to know, like, yo, man, what's covered, what's not covered. So, you'll feel a lot better. Like, yo, man, look, this water backup happened. I know I'm covered. You know what I mean? Yeah. And when you calling your insurance company, like, yo, listen, I got this joint going on. Or no, rather you calling me first. So, yo, listen, Reese, what's up with this joint? Yeah, this joint covered. All right, let's rock.
All right, so now let me ask you. So I have an insurance policy.
Yes, sir.
My joint is trash.
Okay.
How can you help me choose what to, put in my policy or what to ask for in my policy?
Okay.
Or just get rid of that policy altogether?
Oh, listen, straight look. All right. I gotta give a shout out to my man, right? My man Steve Johnson, who's mentoring me in this business, right? Yo, if he watching this, John, Steve, yo, bro, you know how I feel about you, brother. You
Stevie J.
Yeah, yo, my man, 50 grand, bro. Can't say nothing bad about him.
Yeah.
And yo, man, if somebody call us and ask us about it, John, we'll tell them straight up, yo, man, that John trash.
Give it to him raw.
Get rid of him.
Straight up.
Get rid of him. Like, and to not explain why. Like, and I'm not going to name names of insurance companies on this John.
I mean, but you can't just drop a policy, right?
Yes, you can.
You can just drop a policy.
You're like, yo, listen, I'm done with this John effectively today.
Seriously?
You can, and then you shop around for something else. But I would recommend that you shop around first before you know exactly what you're going to do.
Okay.
But you can. It's no what's the name? At least to my knowledge that I know that any cancellation fees or anything like that. But you have to look at your policy and see. Every joint is written differently.
Oh man!
But send me what you got. I look at it, yo, listen, how you feel about this? This is covered, this is covered, this is covered, this is not covered. You might want to keep this, John. I'll be like, yo, this is a good policy, but you just got to add maybe some endorsements in there. So endorsements is just some additional coverages that's going to add that layer of protection that you need inside your policy.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. It's a serious thing, man. When you get down to the nitty gritty, man, because you know how you feel about your house, right?
Yeah.
Or your rental property. If you got business, everything you just want your joint to be running like a well-oiled machine. So the moment something happen, right, you want to get that joint back to pre-loss condition as soon as possible, right? So that's what we help homeowners do, man. Help you get back to pre-loss condition based off of what's in your policy.
Now, do you charge for those type consultations or
no, man? Listen, yo. If you want to know what's in your joint, call me. Shoot me the email. I'll read it. I'll interpret it, and then I'll go over it with you, right? And tell you what it is. Like, yo, free 99. I tell me, listen, they ain't costing you nothing. Yo, even to come out to your house to do an inspection, that's free. Right? And trust me, I don't get paid unless you get paid.
Now, what about new home inspections? You do new home inspections?
No. That's the home inspection is entirely separate. Like if somebody's buying a house, you hire a home inspector.
Okay.
We don't. That's not our area. Our area is property claims, insurance claims,
like property damage.
Yeah, property damage to homes or businesses, commercial properties, things like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, you hear that? Let's give him a call. I'm gonna make sure I have his number and email in the description.
Yeah. Listen,
holler at my man in the Philadelphia area.
Philly, Jersey, Delaware. Listen, we get busy.
Yeah, give him a holler.
Yo, we get busy, man.
Yeah, hit him with the cuckoo.
Yeah, one of them.
And he'll answer.
Yeah, listen. Yo, we get busy, man. We help people, man. That's who we are at the core of this business, man. Like we really about helping people, man. Like countless stories of, yo, man, you help me out, man. Listen, yo, it's just what we do. Yeah. It's just what we do. Like, because people don't know. And then when I'm like, damn, my joint work like that? Like, look, sometimes I can even front. Some joints I'd be like, damn, that joint kind of crazy for that. and the moment I get like a claim settlement, right, I'd be like, yo, you cool with this number? They'd be like, yo,
yeah,
I'm all the way good.
So wait a minute. Now we were talking off air.
Yeah.
About I want to say a client or a customer that you help said her home burned down.
Oh yeah. No,
run it down.
Yeah. Okay, all right. So got this particular call dealing with she was actually a tenant, right? And it kind of reminded me when I was out in them streets, for DHS or whatever the case may be, right? You see people in crisis, man, and immediately your goal is just to help, right?
Yeah.
So I pull up, man. This lady, who I was helping, her house was 2 doors away from where the actual main structure was, that court fire. Now, the main structure that joint was cooked all the way down to the stuff. I mean, yo, pitch black like this microphone. That's how black it was in the inside. Mercy. Crazy, right, man? Listen, a depressing.
And it was a row home in Philadelphia.
Row home out West Philly, and depressing, pulling up to see people trying to salvage what little bit of stuff that they can have, right? Yeah. So immediately I'm asking the renter that I'm helping with hers. I'm like, yo, they got insurance? She was like, nah, man, nobody got insurance. I'm like, crazy. I mean, like, wow.
Now,
like,
I mean, look, you have to have insurance.
Everything, right? So, we helping this lady with hers. It took a little while, man, because it's just one of those things, man. Insurance companies are in the business of making money, right? Like they balk at paying, man. They don't want to cut the check because they want to hold on to it. But we ended up helping her out, man. After her fee, man, she walked away with like $14K. This is off a renter's policy.
Off a renter's policy?
Off a renter's policy, man. So
some policies, even ones that I've seen, doing my due diligence of shopping around, they don't want to pay out that much.
Nah, they don't. Listen. I'm telling people like, yo, they don't want to pay, but listen, they do. They have to. Like, especially if it's a covered loss under their policy that they wrote.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, you gotta come up off that. And they don't like people like me, right? Because when a loss happens, the insurance company automatically, they would rather deal with you, the insured, versus dealing with me. Because with you, I can come in this joint and pull the wool over your eyes and tell you, all right, this ain't covered. This ain't covered. We only gonna pay you for this, right? They only gonna look at the thing that you highlighting. But I'm gonna go in there and look at that joint like, nah, you need to run that. This wall is affected, right? Say for example, this wall over here to our left is white, right? Mm-hmm. So you cut a little piece of this wall right here and you chip this paint over here. But no, not even chip the paint. Because this wall is white, they got to pay you to paint the whole room. It's continuous. This wall can't look newer than that. Like, so they got to pay you for the whole joint. Oh, run that. Listen, your carpet wet from, the firefighters came out here, wet your crib out to put the fire. Oh man, they got to pay you for a new carpet. Or rain, or the rain come in on your floor, mess up your carpet or your hardwood floor. You got to run that. The whole joint. Like, continuity.
So now does insurance companies try to discourage their customers from hiring a independent adjuster rather than send them their own?
All right. Independent adjuster is one thing. So I'm a public adjuster, right? I represent the public. I'm not an independent.
Oh, okay.
So independent adjuster, right? They're contracted with the insurance companies, right? They get their business from them. I get my business from the public. Right. So I help homeowners, like the independent adjusters. They get their business from the insurance companies who give them, their business, and they pay them to do their work. Through the insurance company work.
So now, I want to rephrase that question.
Yeah. So, but in essence, I've heard stories where insurance companies say, "Oh, we could just work this out with just you and I, or whatever the case may be." Right? You got some that do that, right? Listen, you got some that do that, right? But then you got some that they don't care. They like, all right, you got representation, cool. They follow the protocols, right? Look, some insurance companies specifically have public adjuster units. They know that, all right, listen, they got representation. We gonna send this joint straight over there, and they gonna handle it just like that. But they know that when we come in, man, we mean business. Like, we looking to get the insured pay for everything that they need to get paid for. Yeah. And that's it.
Have you ever ran into any insurance horror stories? No. Listen, like, this joint is like anything else, man. You gonna run into some a-holes, man. You got some people trying to hoard the money like it's theirs, but you just a worker, man. You ain't, you don't own the insurance company, right? You know what I mean? Like, if it's covered, then you gotta pay it. You know what I mean? I haven't had no horror stories, man. It just the only horror stories I would say I have is just like seeing people in just distressful situations. Like, I mean, I got a heart of gold, man, and I'm a real people person. So I hate to see when people, have any ounce of discomfort, you know what I mean? Especially when it comes to like, when your home is messed up, man. That's the social work.
Man, that's what I'm saying. It's still social work, man. I tell people, I'm still a social worker, man. I got an undergrad in social work. I got a master's in social work. I'm the social worker of insurance. Damn it. That's what I tell people. Like, look, this is what I do. Like, and anybody that know me know, man, listen, man, I'm really going to do everything in my power to try to help you, man. And I think, man, I wear my heart on my sleeve so much. Like, people can see it. Like, it's just a genuine thing, man. Like, cause I really just want to help people, man. I don't care what the hell the color of your skin is. Like, man, if you got a problem at your crib and I can help you, let's go. we taking them. Let's go. Where we at with it? We bringing full force. You know what I mean,
so listen. This is what I have here. The 5 of the biggest and most outrageous myths about public adjusters that we've heard. Got my list right.
It's a lot of myths.
Got my. I need you to debunk or agree with some of these myths.
I'll do my best.
All right.
I'll do my best.
Here we go. Number 1, public adjusters take a huge portion of your insurance awards and do nothing for you. Is that true or not?
both true and false. So
Run it.
I'll say true.
Run it.
I'll say true. Because a public adjuster, well, I'll just give you just Pennsylvania. You know, they can charge you anywhere between 10, 30, 40, 50% of your claim.
Why would you want to use someone just 50%?
Some people do. I mean, I'm just using 50 as a high number, right? I'm giving that as an example, but there are some people out here in this business that sign people at 35% of their claim. Like, yo, that's bananas to me, because if your goal is right to help your insured, you know, put their home back to pre-loss condition, then I think that 35% is extremely high. Like, don't get me wrong, this is a lucrative business. It's just like anything else, yo, man. Your hustle is going to determine your salary, right? Okay. But when our business mantra is, yo, man, we want to help the insured. Like, at the end of the day, like, yo, it ain't like I'm just every Friday or every other Friday, you know, a check is being cut, you know, from somebody else. Like, yo, man, my money comes from the business that I do, you know, in the community with the people. So if I'm out here getting over on you, guess what, man? My phone ain't gonna ring because
nobody's gonna refer.
I'm like, yo, this boy Reese, man, shit. They gonna hit you.
Like, don't bang with that boy.
Yeah, man, this boy, yo, Crook. One of them Jones, right? But yo, listen, I sign you at a reasonable percentage, and I'll tell them, listen, even after this, I can assure you, in most cases, you're going to have more than enough to put your home back to pre-loss condition, right? And as my mentor Steve say, yo, you might have some lunch money too. Might, and I mean,
we looking out.
And I ain't talking about no $20, $30. I'm talking about, like, it might be a couple extra, you know what I'm saying? It all depends on, you know, what the loss is, but typically they make out pretty well, more than average, man. Like, since I've been doing this, man, everybody I work with, man, has had a great experience, with the exception of maybe a couple, man. You know, they don't understand exactly how it's broken down. You get some people, right? They get a joint, they be expecting like, oh man, I'm about to get a crazy claim settlement, right? And I'd be like, yo, listen, who told you that? Like, nah. You know what I mean?
You had to tell them like, nah.
Listen, yo, it's
you ain't getting 100K.
You only getting paid based off of the age and condition of the material that's in your house at this present time. So, all right, for example, like, we went downstairs and you got a $20,000-$30,000 kitchen down there, right? And you just happen to you know, have a kitchen fire, right? The insurance company ain't going to depreciate your materials but so much, because they know that this stuff is new. But say you got a 1970 kitchen, right? And we in 2023, guess what? They depreciating the hell out of that
your
joint.
kitchen, yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, that linoleum floor ain't gonna get you that much money.
That linoleum floor ain't gonna do a damn thing, dog. Listen. However, there's this thing called a recoverable depreciation. So even after they depreciate your materials, right? Once you put your house back in order, if you make it like new, you can go back and get that whole back money. So say, for example, all right, your claim settled for
say
your joint settled for 20. So say your joint settled for 25 racks, right? Yeah. Out of 25 racks, they gonna hold back 5,000 of that, right? So you might, all right, cool, they got 5,000. All right, they want to see you spend that 20, right? They want to see you produce the receipts for the materials that you bought, right? And they want to see that the work was actually done. Now, I haven't seen them come out and inspect new stuff after it's been done. Typically, it's just based off the pictures that you provide to the insurance company. So once you take the pictures and you provide the documentation that everything has been done, they cut you that check for that 5 bands because you made it like new.
So basically, if you upgrade your kitchen,
they're gonna pay you for it.
They're gonna pay you for that.
They're gonna pay you what they held back.
Oh snap!
Yeah. So
People?
Most claims settle on an actual cash value basis, right? That's ACV, but they pay you that ACV, and then if you got that RCV written into your policy, oh yeah, they gonna run that. If you know what I mean, if you spend the money, most people are like, yo, listen. Nah, I'm cool.
I'm not gonna spend that money.
Yo, because some of they Jones just be crazy. Like, listen, I ain't even worried about that RCV Jones. Like, yo, listen, I just got 90 bands, bro. I ain't worried about that 60. But you have to figure out what is it worth to you.
Yeah, like,
I'm telling people, like, right now, yo, listen, if we got some money on the table, we ain't leaving it. Like, yo, we going.
Well, I mean, technically, you don't want to leave no money on the table.
Hell no. And I only say this because at the end of the day, man, the insurance company is designed to keep money in their pocket. right? So the moment, when your claim settled, they automatically taking their deductible right off the top, right? So then they take your deductible. All right, most deductibles I've seen, it's about $1,000. All right, so they take their $1,000 joint. So then they do the depreciation. So if your depreciation husky, all right, he may not spend that money on that. So now we got his deductible and we got his depreciation. And then not only that, you still paying your monthly premium, right? while you in the midst of your claim. So who winning for real?
The insurance company.
The insurance company, right? Listen, they ain't losing no money, man. It's a multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar industry, bro.
Yeah, so off the air, you broke it down.
Yes, I'll break it down for you right now.
Break it down again where you said about the million and 100,000.
Right.
Break that down. Explain that.
Right. All right. So listen, this is how insurance work. How insurance companies think. So they spread risk over a whole bunch of people, right? So I'll use 1 million as a low number, right? So out of 1 million people, right, they could say, all right, maybe 10% of that million is going to put in a claim. So 10% of 1 million is 100,000 people. Mm-hmm. So all right, we cool with that 100,000, but we getting paid off the 900,000 people who ain't putting no claim in.
Right,
and I'm just
this
using,
is continuous.
I'm just using that, right, as a, so you figure this is just 1 million of 1 million customers of one insurance company. So you take a national brand like I'm not gonna say no names. Y'all know the big names out there. Times that by 5, 8, 9 million customers. How much money is that? Now, mind you, we just talking about homeowners insurance, right? We ain't talking about car insurance. We ain't talking about life insurance. We ain't talking about boat, RV insurance. We ain't talking about life insurance. So look, one of these major entities can have all of those different things. So you mean they got 8 million homeowners as customers, and then I got you locked in with your car insurance, and
they hit you with that triple play thing.
Yeah. Listen, here you go. We're gonna bring your car insurance down. If you bundle your home and auto.
Oh, the bundles.
Yeah. I mean, one of them joints. So who winning for real? That's a yo. Listen, it's a crazy thing though. Until you get into this joint and you begin to understand, or in insurance rather, you begin to understand how it works. So yeah, they ain't trying to come up off no money, even though they up already.
Yeah, that's in the hood. They ain't coming up them bands.
Listen, they ain't. But their goal as an insurance provider is they want to remain solvent. They don't want to run out of money, right? So whenever an insurance claim come across their desk, they're like, all right, yo, this is a water backup or overflow. They're like, all right, the typical reserves for something like that might be 10,000. So they already reserved $10,000. Now, if it should exceed that, they know they're gonna pay it, but they got to make sure that they keeping track of what's going out, so they can remain solvent.
Oh man,
yeah.
So here that's so. Question number 2.
Did I answer both of the Jones?
Yeah, no, you answered one.
Yeah, okay.
You answered number 1. So we're gonna hit you with question number 2.
Oh, no, we said do public just make a huge portion of the insurance,
a whole portion,
right?
yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So all right. So back to that part. So you got some dudes who don't do nothing, man. Yo, listen, they don't. All right, I'll give.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Before you, how do you not do nothing if you're a public adjuster? Because me as a customer, I'm on your top.
Listen, you got some people that's like you, right? And you got some people that don't know. Like they just oblivious. They don't know. And what they do is they blindly trust people. Like, yo, I don't think people really understand how this I'm gonna put this word trust into a context to make people understand exactly where I'm going with this. Is, yo, we're so trusting as people. Like, yo, when we go to a restaurant, we trust that they're not going to do nothing to our food, right?
Yeah.
You hire an attorney, you trust that, listen, yo, bro, you going to represent my
best interest.
Right. You trust if you over in Jersey that the boy going to put the right gas in your car, right? Because you ain't getting out, right? You trust, right? So, and people trust public adjusters to do the job that they signed up to do. Right. But you got some people, man, who don't treat the business as a business. It's just a money thing to them. Right. Like I said earlier, yo, it's a lucrative industry. Right. Your hustle determines your salary. But some people get so blinded by money that they're not treating it as a business. Yeah. And they just
they're not taking care of their clients.
And they're not taking care of their people. So our phone ring because we take care of our people. Right. Everybody not gonna be pleased, right? You gonna always have those people, but for the most part, people are satisfied because we do what we say we gonna do. Like my mentor always tell me, say, yo man, people hire me to represent them, yo, I'm putting my license up to represent them to the best of my ability. Like, yo, I'm going after everything. Yo, you got $8,000 left on that table. We going after that.
We're going to get it.
We going to get that.
No money left on the table.
I ain't leaving that money on the table. I made one of them Jones. So, but you got some cats that don't think like that, man. It's like, yo, listen, I'm just going, I'm saying. Like, all right, I'll even give you a better example of that. So my wife and I, when we first bought our house about 6 years ago, man, we moved into our crib. Yo, immediately, like 2 weeks in, like, we ain't know how bad the pipes was inside the house. Old cast iron Jones. So we taking the showers, like, yo, bro, we standing in a puddle full of water. I'm like, damn,
man, we're just waiting for a good winter. Waiting for a good winter to come by.
We in Lake Michigan, dog. I'm like, this is crazy. So, we ended up calling the public adjuster. We ended up, I ain't gonna say their names, man. Some crooks, you know what I mean? And Bull came in, right? Didn't really say too many words to us, man. Was just talking at us, right? Didn't tell me exactly how my homeowner's insurance policy worked. He just said, yo, this joint is covered. I'll be back in a couple weeks with the adjuster from the insurance company to do the claim. All right, yo, claim settled. Insurance company sent a check to the public adjuster's office. Yo, man, my wife spent 2 months trying to track these dudes down for $2,500, dog.
Hold on,
yo. Phone calls, emails, trips to the office. Nobody never there. Them one of them con Jones, dog.
They kept the check, or did you finally catch up?
No. They ended up giving us our bread. They had it the whole time. They was dissatisfied with what the claim number was. Right? They was like, yeah, they didn't think it was enough, and they want the I guess they want to send it to appraisal or whatever the case may be. And I can tell you what appraisal is something later, but we was cool with 25, right? Like, all right, man, look, we just trying to get this done. Like, I ain't trying to get rich. Yeah. Like, trying to do what we need to do.
I ain't worried about them extra nickels and dimes.
Listen, right. So it was one of them Jones. So me and my wife, we scouring the city for these dudes. Like, yo, listen, yo, man, I see this boy. I'm going to tune his ass up. One of them Jones, right? You know, the wife is upset.
I'm on your top.
The wife is upset. You got to get upset, right? So, you know, it was at that moment, I'm like, yo, man, I ain't never using a public adjuster ever again.
And here it is today. You're a public adjuster.
I'm gonna get into the story, right? Because it segues into this question while I'm answering it, right? So, at this particular time, you know, the weather beats up on your roof real bad, right? The sun, the rain, whatever was going on, and just so happened, man, the roof, the ceiling in our bathroom was caving in. And I'm like, this is crazy. I'm down in the family room in the basement. I see water coming into the basement. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? So I'm going to the house, going through the house, looking where the water is coming from. So, all right, I see the bathroom cell. I'm like, all right, we got to address this issue. So then we have 2 bathrooms in our house. So we have the bathroom in the master suite, right?
Yes. Okay. Okay.
So come to find out that the pipe in that bathroom went bad. So we had 2 different issues going on at one time. So I'm looking at my wife like, yo, man, we got to come up off this money. Like, we about to spend some chicken. And she was like, yeah, all right, we're going to have to figure it out. So then my mother-in-law, let me shout out her if she listening. She's like, yo, man, y'all need to... That's my girl. I love her with everything in me. She's like, yo, man, y'all need to get an adjuster. I'm like, Mom, I ain't getting down with them jokers no more. I'm done. Right? So she was like, yo, listen, call this boy because he helped me out. Right? So, all right, at this time, I'm still at DHS, right? Still working there. And my man, Steve, showed up to my crib. My wife did all the paperwork with him. He broke everything down, how the insurance policy worked. Called me. He's like, yo, call your husband so I can explain to him, this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
So over the phone, he well spoken. You hear the business.
Yeah, You can hear the professionalism.
Right. So I'm like, yo, all right, I like this dude. He's like, yo, man, this is covered. This is what's going to happen. This, that, and the third. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, all right, cool. He said, listen, we're gonna be out here tomorrow to do the mitigation job, and I'll explain what the mitigation is later on in the conversation. And I'm like, all right, cool. He's like, we'll be there by 10 o'clock. So I'm home the next day. Me and my wife outside talking. I see a team of dudes pull up. I'm like,
on time?
9:30.
Ooh, okay.
So I'm like,
man, I
said, oh, listen, I'm a stickler for time with certain things. Like, yo, listen, I ain't got all day to be waiting around on you. Like, it's other stuff that need to get done. So they there on time. So then he pulls up behind them. So I'm thinking he's just a part of the crew. I'm like, yo, well, where the adjuster boy at? She's like, yo, man, he right there. I'm like, oh shit, he black.
He a brother.
Now listen, let me just go into the story a little bit, further, right? This public adjuster game is is a lot of middle-aged white men, right?
Okay.
You don't see a lot of our people doing this work. You see a lot of white men in this business, right? So I was blown by that. Mm-hmm. Then they was punctual, right? So then they came in. He broke everything down to me. Yo, this is what we gonna do. This is what we gonna do. This is what we gonna do. X, Y, and Z. Yeah. Follow everything down to a T. Yo, tore up the house, because it needed to. They had to remove all the wet material that was in the house because they ain't want the mold growing on your wall framing, your ceiling framing, and all that other stuff, right? And they sprayed it with the antimicrobial and all that other stuff. And they cleaned up. I'm like, yo, man. These dudes is all right.
Yo, I bang with this guy.
Yo, so fast forward, the claim settle or whatever, right? He come back out and just explain, all right, what steps is going to take place or whatever. So he stayed at the house, man, and was just talking to me and my wife for like an hour after that. Yo, mind you, man, the boy is super busy. He's super busy now, like just talking about life and stuff like that. I'm like, man, yo, this dude is all right. So
he was professional.
All right. Fast forward again, right? The claim settled, right? And on the claim settled. We got the work done. We went back for that recoverable. I told you we had like $4K on the table. Like, yo, we ain't leaving that. He said, yo, hell no, we need all that. So he came back out. He's like, yo, all right, I see y'all got the bathroom done over this, that, and the third, blah, blah, took the pictures or whatever, stayed again, talked to us again for about another hour. So I'm like, yo, man, bro, what's up with this business? And he was like, yo, Reese, man, I will teach you everything you need to know about this joint if you're really serious about doing it. He said, yo, I got a class coming up because I got some people interested in doing it. And
now,
and he's just like, come on.
Does he do the class?
Yeah, he teaches the class.
He teaches the class?
He teaches the class.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, teaches the class. Yo, man, I was on him, man. Like flies on shit. Yo, listen, dog. Listen, you recognize an opportunity, right? And it was just like, yo, listen. I already knew at that time. I was just done like with DHS. I need a different lane. I need something different. And
okay. Well, hell, you answered number 2.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay.
Public adjusters are crooks. Let's go to number 3.
You got some dudes that's like that, shady boys. You got some people.
Yeah.
You got some people like it's just like anything else. Like, yo, man,
just like anything else.
Yo, you got some good judges. You got some bad judges. You got some good doctors. Got some bad doctors.
You got some good social workers.
You got some bad social workers. You got some good social workers. Bad social workers. You got some good lawyers. Got some bad lawyers. Right? It'll like this is the thing I tell my daughters every day when I drop them off to school. Like, yo, man, use your power for good. Right. Mm-hmm. And this is business like, yo, you can really use your power for good to advocate on people's behalf because people don't know. Yeah. Right. They don't know. And then when they see the result, be like, damn, dog, yo, I got this for that. Yeah, man, I told you, I got you. I know what I'm doing. Right. and it just be like, yo, when you help people, man, they're going to always remember you for the impact that you had on their life. You know what I mean?
And also, man, it's all about building relationships. Mm-hmm. It's all about building relationships. As you see, man, we build relationships all the time.
We met at the courthouse.
Yeah, we met at the courthouse.
It's just me being my regular old Joe self. As my wife says, like, yo, bro, you so Joe. You speak to everybody. I'm like, yo, listen, you just never know who got your next opportunity in their hand, right? And not that I'm looking for opportunity, but yo, you just never know, man. Like, yo, I love meeting people, man. I'm just a people person. I've always been this way, like since I was younger.
Yeah. Well, now you're in the people business.
I'm in the people business, man. So
let's go to number 3. So number 3 is using a public adjuster will cause your premiums to go up.
Man, listen, we ain't got nothing to do with your premiums going up. Look, and this is a question that a lot of homeowners or business owners ask. Well, man, all right, man, this is a covered loss, right, man? But I don't want my premium to go up. I said, listen, your premium gonna go up whether you put a claim in or not. And I'm not telling a lie. So anybody that's watching this podcast right now, I bet you y'all all can attest. Yo, if you're a homeowner, your homeowner's insurance just went up, even if you didn't even put in the claim.
Car insurance
went up.
Yeah.
My homeowner's insurance went up 17%. I'm like, yo, who authorized that? They tell me, yo, listen, it's the cost of doing business in Pennsylvania to keep up with the influx of claims that's coming in.
Why did they say the same thing then when I called? I was like, yo, why am I?
It's the cost of doing business, bro.
I'm like, come on.
That is, man. Yo, it's a wild thing, man. But look, and it's just to quell anybody anxiety, man. Yo, regardless of how much it costs you, listen, it's best to have it. It's best to have it and not to need it than to need it and not have it. Like, yo, you don't want to get caught with your pants down in this joint, because I'm telling you, some of these losses be 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 claims, $100,000 claim.
Well, but now I want to ask this question. I'm curious, is it against the law to not have homeowners insurance, or is that just an option? No. Sorry.
If you're financing your home, you have to have insurance, right? Mm-hmm. Now, if you don't have your own homeowners insurance, right, your mortgage company will take out an insurance policy on your behalf, right? And this kind of policy is called a forced place policy, right?
Okay.
It's typically Jones that we really don't get down with because they only just cover your building, which is under your homeowners insurance is your coverage A.
It's
your,
like a
your
basic.
Dwelling. It's
It's like a basic.
Yeah, it covers your dwelling. So like if you had a fire, they would pay to put your house back in order if you had a fire. But if you had water damage
inside.
and all that other stuff, it ain't covering none of your personal property, which is anything if you turned your house upside down and it fall to the ground, that's your personal property. TVs, refrigerators, anything that's not attached to the house is considered personal. Yeah, all that. They ain't covering that. So, but because the forced place policy is in place because they want to protect their entity. Because like, they got a vested interest until you pay this joint off. Then when you pay your house off, right, you don't got to have insurance if you don't want to. But I wouldn't recommend that because your homeowner's insurance is going to protect you. In the event anything happen, right? Whether it's something from you or from your neighbor, man. I mean, people take on houses catch on fire because their neighbor's house caught on fire. They ain't do absolutely nothing, but the house caught on fire because the neighbor house caught on fire.
Yeah, especially if you're living in Philadelphia.
And they had to use their homeowners insurance. Right? Listen, be happy that you got the insurance. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that answer number 3. So let's go to number 4. So number 4 is your insurance carrier will drop you if you use a public adjuster.
Nah.
True or false?
False. Classic fallacy. They won't.
Classic BS.
Yeah, listen, they don't listen. They would rather work with you, right? Mm-hmm. But like I can assure you, having representation matters, man, because listen, they will get on your nerves so bad that you like, yo,
I don't want to deal with it.
Oh, this headache, dog, man. Just give me what y'all gonna give me and get out my face, right? It's one of those things. So what we do, we alleviate that stress because everything that they was giving y'all, they giving us. You know what I mean? Look, I be stressed with this. I'm like, y'all doing the most. But, they give it all to me. But then I take it back to the insurer. I'm like, listen, they just being a little rough around the edges. Everything is all right. I got to cover it, whatever. I won't tell them that they get that on my nerves, but sometimes they do. You know what I mean? But, they won't drop you because of that. Like, so insurance companies, right, they might drop you if based off your insurance risk. Like, if you just filing claims all the time, like, you costing us money, bro. Like we don't want you.
They chop your head off.
We don't want your business. You listen. You gotta go, homie. Like, but it has to be for a legitimate reason, though. Like, or they might just get rid of you when you up for your renewal. Like, we don't want to do business no more.
So now, what's the average? What would you say would be the average turnaround on receiving your claim? So,
it all depends on the nature of the loss. If it's you have all right. So you got. I'm gonna break it down to you like this. So, all right, you got an insurance claim with company A, right? Now, company A they may have some local adjusters in the area, right?
Okay.
We have good relationships with company A with the local adjusters. So we might get report a claim on Monday, on Tuesday, or by Friday of that week, they want to come see it. Like, listen, let's see this joint so we can get it done, and we'll get you done within 3 weeks. Now, another situation could be like, all right, we're working with company B. Now, company B has let me go back to company A. Company A got staff adjusters. So staff adjusters are employees of the actual insurance company, right? Then you got company B that hire these people called independent adjusters, like we were talking about earlier.
Okay.
So independent adjusters could be from anywhere. They could be from Jersey, they could be from Maryland, they could be from Boston, they could be from Maine, they could be from Florida, they could be from Cali, and it could take forever to hold up your claim, right? It all depends on how fast the adjuster from the insurance company moves. It's frustrating, man, because some people want to get their house back in order, but typically like 3 weeks, man, 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, so we got number 5, the very last myth.
Yes.
Here it is. Public adjusters commit insurance frauds, which I think we covered that.
Yeah, man, you got something to do. All right. Some of them understand this business so well that they know what the insurance company is going to look for, and they might be tempted to do something crazy like that. I ain't doing it. Listen, I ain't
going to jail.
Listen, I ain't trying to go to Club Fed, bro. I'm not. Listen, I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not. Well, you go hire somebody else. I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not doing it, man, because this is a business where integrity is everything. Like, it's just like, people, when you, it's just one of them. Look at it like this. You don't know who knows who, right? So you want to treat every person that you work with, man, with the utmost respect and treat them with dignity and have integrity about yourself, because you just never know. This person might know the head of the Pennsylvania insurance department. Like, yo, man, this boy right here, crook. Yeah. And you going directly to the person that supersedes all this. So, all right, I'm licensed here. I'm licensed in Delaware. Well, no, my Delaware license is pending. I'm waiting for it to go through, and then once I get that, then I'm going to go to Jersey, because once you want
to cover the tri-state area.
Yeah. So once you get your license, right? So I'm licensed in PA, but my license is reciprocal everywhere else. All I gotta do is just pay the state fee. I don't have to take the exam or anything like that, right? I lost my train of thought.
About the crooks trying to basically get more money than what your policy is, or they're trying to find things.
Commit insurance. All right,
commit insurance.
Okay, yeah. So that's the point I was getting to. So this business is supervised by the Department of Insurance in every state that you license in.
Okay.
So if you do some left-handed stuff, you got to go answer to them. Like, somebody make a complaint against me and say, yo, man, this boy stole my money. They can go to the PA Department of Insurance, pull my license number, like, yo, listen, this boy right here. And they go on.
So once if they pull your license in PA, so you lose your license in Delaware and Jersey as well.
I think it goes everywhere, because you have to report it. Like it's an insurance thing. Like you had so like, say for example, if something outside of your business, say you get locked up for something on the civilian side, right? Civilian, like outside of your work. If you get locked up and you get a felony on your record, you got to report that to the department. They want to know, even if it has nothing to do with committing fraud or anything like that. They want to know, because they want to see if your license is in jeopardy, to being revoked or being suspended.
Okay.
So it's checks and balances to it. Like don't think that people aren't being watched. Like you being watched. Like if you're doing good business, they tend not to mess with you. But they can come in and audit your books and see what you're doing or whatever the case may be. However, you want to make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do within the confines of this Pennsylvania law, or insurance law, because you don't want to get hemmed up.
So how often are you audited?
I don't know. Like again, like
it could be any, like it could be random.
Anything. Like, but this is like, it has to be I think maybe it had to be like a real serious complaint that would cause them to look into it. And I'm quite sure they look into other complaints, but I would assume that if it's something that is worth looking into, worth looking into for them, they're gonna come looking for you, right? Okay. And they're gonna find you. They're gonna find you.
Okay.
They know your license number. They know where you doing business at. They look to see if you bonded. Yeah, you gotta get a bond and all that, man. It's a big thing. Like it ain't no.
So now, all right, I'm employing you. You're my adjuster.
Yes.
Let me see. How can I phrase? So who would be handling my claim if I hire your company? Whoever you call. Who gonna take care of me?
Whoever you call. So it's a team of adjusters. So if you call me and I answer the phone, all right, listen, you my lead, right? You call me, I represent you from the beginning to the end. Not unless I'm like, yo, listen, I'm just going to go out here and go sign this joint, and then somebody else can take it on and adjust the claim. So signing is just, all right, listen, I come out, I do my assessment. I explain to you the agreement, on paper, what it is, how it works, X, Y, and Z. And then somebody else from the company, I'll be like, yo, listen, but I need you to take this because I might be at capacity. I might got other joints that need my immediate attention.
Okay.
And I might pass you off to somebody else that's going to take care of you. Right. But 9 times out of 10, if you call me, I'm going to be handling your joint from beginning to end.
Then, okay. All right. Well, you know what? Then that segues into my next question.
Yeah.
Is there a limit to how many cases you can work on?
Nah, man, you can get as many as you want. Man, if you get 10 calls, like, yo, listen, I'm going to see all 10 of them joints.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's something that it may not be covered over the phone, I'm still going out. So ask me why I'm still going out.
Why are you still going out?
I'm still going out because people need to see that there's a face, people that look like us that's in this business, right? Yo, listen, a lot of us give a lot of weight to the color of skin, dog.
Yeah.
Like, yo, this a brother. Oh man, I'm gonna give him some play. You know what I mean? Yeah. Right? And then, when you bring in that element, right? And then you got the kind of personality that I got, or the kind of personality that my mentor got, like people gonna rock with you. Like, oh man, yo, this dude got some good energy. Like I could feel, I could feel his genuineness, and it's the same thing with my mentor. Yo, man, these some genuine dudes. Like yo, they for real. Right?
Has anybody ever asked for references?
No. No, we get referrals from people that we helped from before. Yo, man, go holler at these boys right here. Like, yo, they just helped me beat my insurance company.
You can't beat that word of mouth.
Yo, you can't beat it, right? And I always tell them too, like, yo, listen, man, you cannot expect the type of result that your friend may have had, because everybody's situation is different. It's based off of what you got going on in your house. Like, yo, all right, say I might help somebody get 25 bands for their joint, right? Mm-hmm. But then I can only help you get 6. You know, it all is based on what's going on with, you know, what you got in your house.
Yeah. So now how would the payouts? Do the check come in? Would the check come in my name and then to you, or your name and then you bring it to me? Yeah.
So in the agreement that you sign, you have to authorize for the company to be added as a payee on any draft check.
Okay.
The check will be, sometimes insurance companies mail it to the insured, but the check normally goes to the public adjuster's office, right? We take our whatever fee we agreed upon, take the fee, and then I ask people like, look, listen, how you want this joint? You want me to have the office mail it to you, or you want me to bring it to you in your hand? Now,
bring me my money.
Yo, listen, if it's like a husky joint, if it's a husky check, yo, listen, I'm putting that joint right in people's hands. Like, yo, just to go back into the story, the lady that I helped with that had the fire loss. You know what I mean, yo, I helped her, man. She walked away with 14 bands almost, I think, and I put that check right in her hand. She's like, yo, bro, you got to hug me. Like,
what you say? You ain't going nowhere.
9:30 on a Friday night. 9:30 on a Friday night. I'm out in these streets. Yo, honey, I gotta go drop this check off to this lady. Like, she going to settlement in a couple days. She was using that money to buy a house. I said, I gotta put this check in her hand today, not wait until tomorrow. Just like that. She was like, yo, she said, man, Eastern Adjustment, y'all the shit. Just like that. One of them Jones. You know what I mean?
So now, so if a customer or a client of yours, they want to end their business with you prematurely, is there a fee that you would charge them, or you be like, okay, you know what, we end in business. You go about your business, I go about our company business.
No, it don't work like that. So anytime you sign an agreement, right? So you have up to 3 calendar days to rescind the agreement. Like, so within 3 days, if you decide that you don't want to rock with us, yo, I always say this, man, yo, ain't no love lost. Like, listen, I'm cool. If you feel like it ain't working for you, listen, it's all good. Yo, I see you on the next one, right? Some people, oh man, why you trying? I ain't stressing you, man. Look, yo, what's for me is for me. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at it. But once you like and battled in the claim process is moving forward, like, why would you want to switch horses in the race? Like, this joint is already in work. Like, we already did all the work. Like, it's done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But some people, this, that, and the third, but like, that has rarely happened that I can recall. Like, is
seriously?
Yeah. It's, I mean, because listen, we do right by people, like, and then we explaining stuff as we go along. Like, yo, this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. If something happens that we don't foresee, yo, it's just all about communication, right? And then people appreciate that. Don't mean they always going to be happy about it, but like, yo, listen, man, yo, you just kept me abreast with everything. Like, yo, it may not have turned out this way, but like, yo, you have to understand, like, I'm still fighting with the insurance company. Mm-hmm. Like, just because I wrote for a certain thing don't necessarily mean they're going to agree with it all the time. But I'm up here rumbling for you. You know what I mean?
So now, do you charge for expenses?
No. So like gas and all that. Nah, man. Mm-mm. Nope. You call me. Yeah. Somebody called me.
Have you ever heard of an adjuster?
Nah,
charging for expenses.
Yo, if they do, man, with how much money you making? That's what I ask. I'm not.
I'm gonna charge you gas mileage. Yeah,
nah, man, I don't think nobody
gas
do that.
And mileage.
No, I don't think nobody do that though. I don't think they do that. But like, nah, man, it's just part of the business, man. It's just like being a real estate agent, man. You out here, you trekking these streets, helping people. So that's what it is. Wherever I gotta go, they call me. I'm there. If it's an hour away, I'm out there. Like, what's up?
Now you do real estate too as well.
Yeah. My license is I put it in escrow, so I got like up to 5 years to take it out, and I only put it in escrow because I really ain't doing the hustle and bustle thing. But how I was if people come to me and like, yo, listen, I'm looking to do this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to put you with somebody I know that's in the game that's going to make it happen for you. And I would just collecting like 25% off of that.
Man.
So yeah, I'm about to pull my joint out of escrow because one of my good homies was just telling me that she got this whole big real estate thing coming up, and she said she need all the licensed agents that she can get her hands on. And she's like, yo, bro, I need you. Like, you need to take that joint out the joint. I'm like, all right, just let me know when you want me to do it. Yeah. I'll take it out. It ain't hard to do. All I gotta do is just go on my online portal, take it out, pay my fee to my association, and that's it. And I'm back in the business. Yeah, I ain't never letting that license expire, man. It took me. It took me a minute to get just like this adjuster joint, man. It took me 5 times to pass that test. That test was hard, man. Whew. Yeah, it's different language, man. It's different language. You learning something, you using your whole brain, and I'm like, yo, I'm just up here failing, right? And I can apply this to life, man. It's just like life, yo. You want something, man. Just know that it ain't just gonna happen. Like, you gotta go through something before it transpires. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes.
So
yes. Yeah. And I mean, now taking the test. And you may said you failed 5 times.
Yep. No, I fell 4, passed 5. Passed on
okay. You passed on the 5th.
Yeah, man.
On the
5th. Yeah, man. The 5th. Yeah, seemed like 5 is my lucky number, man. For whatever reason, man.
So now, can you take it as many times?
You can take it as many times as you want.
As you need.
You can take it as many times as you want. It don't matter how many times you take that joint. If you pass it, you win the game, man. Look, I had this attorney, this judge, tell me right down at family court. That was real cool with him. He's like, yo, man. He said, man, all these people up here stressing in law school, trying to be a straight A student. He said, yo, man. He said, I asked him this: what's the difference between a C student and an A student? Right? I'm still a lawyer. I passed. I just ain't had flying colors. Like, I'm in the game. But what people fail to realize is no matter how much you learn in school, your biggest teacher is going to be your experience on the job.
Your life experience,
the practical knowledge that you apply, man. You're going to learn as you do the job. That's how people learn. Like, man, when I went to DHS, I ain't know nothing. I'm like, yo, what's up?
Hey, man, hey, man, did they just throw you out on the streets, dog?
Yo,
as soon as you got done?
Man, listen, you out here. Yeah. They call themselves easy to me. Yo, you only gonna get 1 case for the first month.
That's a lot.
And then you only gonna get 1 case. You only gonna get 3 cases for your first month because you only in intake they only allowed to give you 9, right? And then
hold up for your first month in intake.
So every month you're only supposed to get 9 cases, but it can fluctuate, man. Please, you get way more than that, but. That's just how it was. But I had to learn, man. My learning curve had to excel. The same thing with this business. Like, I'm learning. I'm out here, doing this adjusting thing with people that's been in this business 30, 40 years, man. And I don't shy away from like, yo, listen, I'm new, right? And yo, I'm willing to learn, like, cause it's a reciprocal relationship. Because I'll say this about these insurance companies, just like, yo, not all of them are bad. Yo, you meet some really good ones, man, that really, show you what life is like on the carrier side from them, right? And they'll show me certain things. It might be something I might miss, and they're like, yo, listen, no, you forgot that right there. Oh yeah, all right, yeah, I'll pay you for that too. Okay, thank you, I appreciate that. Cause he could be like, yeah, I ain't saying nothing, but yo, you missed that. All right, cool, I appreciate you, bro. Right. And again, that's the process of building a relationship, and people see your energy like, oh man, this dude is all right. Like, I'm trying to help him out.
So last question of the night. So is being a public adjuster a lucrative business? Yo,
it is. I told you, man, listen, yo,
you heard the man.
Yo, listen, your hustle determines your salary, man. Like, yo, if you want to be out in these streets all day, yo, you can. You can go hard, you can go soft, you could do it full time, you could do it part time. It's solely up to you. Like, whatever you decide, like, and you're gonna make money, right? You're gonna make money. Like, I tell everybody that I work with that call me, listen, I ain't chasing no coins. I'm not chasing them. Yo, man, what's for me is gonna be for me, right? And again, when they see that energy, they know, like, yo, man, yo, damn, dude, you took care of me. They refer me to the next person. Right. And then that person refer me to the next person. And that's just how it works. I mean, so like, and they see it's the same energy that I'm giving out. Like, oh, listen, if it's meant for me, it's going to come. Yeah. Like, it's on my lap. I'm going to help you out. But if it ain't, hey,
my man. My man, Reese.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, man, if you're in the Philadelphia area, man, let them know where they can find you.
Yo, listen, you can hit me up at 267-276-3847. Eastern Adjustment Group. Yeah, we helping homeowners, man, helping business owners, man. We doing the best that we could do by our people, man. Y'all need people like us in your life, man. Call us.
Yes.
We a phone call away. The phone always ringing.
Yes. As Stizzy would say. Deuces.
All
Jokers.
right, y'all. Thanks for having me, man.
All right, man. No doubt, bro. You know you gotta come back, dog.
Yo, listen, I'm down, man. We can talk about whatever.
Hey,
You know what I
man.
mean?
All right, man. Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, man. I
All
like
right,
this,
peace.
y'all.
And we
Yeah,
out here
all right,
Dish Joint
y'all.
podcast,
All right,
man.
Yeah, all right, y'all.
Episode 51. Oh, no, this. Yeah, 51.
51, yo, man, that's a dope thing, dog.
That's dope,
51 episodes, 2 seasons. Look, I showed up in the joint, right? I'm like, yo, Carlo, this joint crazy. Like this joint got the whole
Man,
setup.
I'm trying to be like you, dog.
Nah, man, that's some small
Hey, man,
time,
I was gonna burn it down so I can get some extra cash from
man,
it.
don't call me. If you gonna burn it down, nah.
What do you say? Keep my name out.
Yeah,
Keep
listen,
my name out your mouth.
I don't want no parts of that.
Yeah,
dog.
we out,
Yeah,
dog.
y'all.